Hello and welcome to Dr. Nick Stowe's Music Studio. I'm Nick Stowe. It's regarded as the greatest saxophone ever built. Countless professionals rely on this horn alone as their main axe, a tool that has some kind of inherent quality that separates it from anything of its kind. I'm talking, of course, about the Selmer Mark VI. Manufactured in Paris between 1955 to 1975, the Mark VI was born from a combination of intelligent design, artisanal craftsmanship, and a spark of the intangible. For decades, instrument makers, including Selmer themselves, have been relentlessly attempting to recreate the Mark VI, copying bore dimension, alloy construction, and any other measurable variables that went into the Mark VI. I don't have a Mark VI copy to compare, but if the market is any indicator, then the copies are not successful in their attempts to recreate the illustrious sound of a true Selmer Mark VI. The value of the vintage horns range anywhere from $4,000 to $14,000, depending on condition, model year, and other factors. As I'm making this video, there is a listing on eBay for a Mark VI tenor going for $40,000. Indeed, not all Mark VIs are alike. There seems to be a golden years era from the late 50s to early 60s, where the production line made the best version of the instrument. The horns produced by Selmer during this time are revered as the cream of the crop, the best horns of the best model ever built. The horn I got to play has a serial number in the 86,000s, putting it right in the middle of that sweet spot. So what makes this horn so special? I got my hands on one and wanted to find out for myself. This is me playing my trusted workhorse, the Yamaha 62, probably made after 2010, side by side with the legendary Selmer Mark VI, produced in 1960. I'm playing the same mouthpiece, the same reed, on both horns, and did not do any post-production audio manipulation. Can you tell a difference between the sound of the newish Yamaha compared to the vintage Selmer?
I have to say, my opinion on the Mark VI has changed over the last 4 days. After the first day, I didn't like it. For some reason, it was more difficult to play, it was less responsive, took more air, and was a bit clunky in comparison to the Yamaha 62. I didn't like it. Then I went back and listened to the recordings the next day. I was stunned by the difference in sound. The Mark VI was powerful, raw, edgy, and still had a dark tone. I feel helpless trying to describe what I heard, but there's no doubt that the Mark VI has some special acoustics going on. I didn't feel as comfortable playing it, partly because I'm so used to the Yamaha keywork, but I'm very impressed by the sound. So this begs the question, is the boost in sound worth $40,000? I don't have an answer. Not many people have that much dough to throw at a horn. Let's face it, most musicians don't make that much money in an entire year. I consider myself a practical person, especially when it comes to finances. And everyone makes difficult choices when selecting a horn. But is buying a Mark VI an investment in your future? How many of you play a Mark VI? Do you think it's given you any advantage over the competition? Will owning a Mark VI get you the gig? What should I do?